Hello judges, we are team AltForce and we'll be presenting today our project, and the name of our project is EasyHospital. The project comprises of one web dashboard and one mobile application. The mobile application will enable the users to see which hospitals have empty beds around them, and the web dashboard will enable the hospitals to update their data, to update the number of empty beds that they have.
The AltForce COVID-19 Easy Hospital dashboard. And what the Easy Hospital dashboard does is that it is an interface that will be provided to hospitals so that the doctors and staff can update the numbers on our database, and those numbers correspond to different values that we'll look into later. And in order to do that, first of all, the hospital has to register themselves, and in order to register, they have to provide their name, their email, and then they have to check the ones that are appropriate to them. And before we get into that, I'll just send a GET request to the database that we already made. And as you can see, there are a few hospitals already added here before. Now, for the purpose of this demo, we'll be calling the hospital test hospital, and the email will be testhospital@thispostable.com. For authentication and authorization, we opted for Auth0's passwordless verification, and we felt like that was the best suited for our needs. And we will be receiving a one-time password. As you see here, we received a one-time password that I'll paste here. And from here, we'll be redirected to Auth0's page where they'll authorize the app. And now we should be at the dashboard. Now, as you can see, here's the name of the hospital, here's the platform's name, and these are the 4 values that will be updated by the hospital staff. The empty beds, empty ventilators, the number of COVID patients, and the number of beds specifically allotted to COVID-19 patients, and whether the hospital is currently accepting patients or not. And all these values are retrieved and updated using Axios. So let's just randomly update a few values over here. 222 and then 19 again. And if I change the value to here to false, and now if I do another request, you can see that another hospital called Test Hospital was added over here, and it shows the number of empty beds. This dashboard was created using React.js, and the backend is made using Django and Django REST. And we retrieve and send the data using Axios, as I mentioned before. Thank you.
The app's name is Easy Hospital, and its logo looks like this. So when you first click on the app, the first thing that pops up is that it will ask for your location. So you have to give it your location permissions. When you click allow, it will send the location to the backend server, which will then ask for your preferences. So you can either choose COVID hospitals or non-COVID hospitals. So if you are someone who is COVID positive and is looking for hospitals who are accepting COVID positive patients, then you will click on COVID hospitals. So if we click on COVID hospitals, it fetches the list of all the hospitals that are currently accepting COVID patients and then displays them in the order of their distance. So the hospital which is the most shortest distance from you is at the top, which is Max New Delhi in my case, and all the subsequent hospitals are some more distance later than the Max hospital. So if I click on the Max hospital, a card will show up with their contact details, and if I click on navigate, then Google Maps will open up and it will show us the exact location of where the hospital is located. Now we can obviously click on directions and then we can navigate there. One other feature is that all the hospitals and their current stats, live stats, are being listed in this app. So things like whether they are accepting COVID patients, the empty beds they have, the empty COVID beds they have, and the number of empty ventilators they have, all of that is listed here. Thank you.